coming up tonight.
Line down the right field line for Turner. That's going to drop in for a base hit. That should be 3.
The Phils head west to the Mile High City, but it'll be without Jose Alvarado, who's currently serving an 80-game suspension.
I was completely surprised. Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, I love the fact that they are doing what they need to do to keep this sport on even terms.
Yeah, it was kind of funny, and he's trying to get strong. Me too. Like, he was trying not to get strong.
This is the ultimate team game. You can't be great without the greatness of others.
And rejoice, Bird Gang, we're getting a few more years of Mick Sirianni.
You deserve this extension. You ride or die with us. I mean, you just fit right in with the team.
And if that doesn't put you in a good mood, then nothing will. So it is time to get fantastic.
From Fox 29 News, this is the Phantastic Sports Show.
Happy Monday!
Hi, what a drastic turn of events over the past, 20 minutes or so.
We have a lot going on in Philly sports. The Phils just victorious after a couple of very exciting innings. Well, the 8th and 9th, really.
Yeah, they needed some time. It was a slow-cooked event.
Kyle
today.
Schwarber has hit his 300th home run.
Wee.
Harper, 1000th RBI.
Everybody eats.
Sosa
basically.
hitting 386.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
First place Phils.
Yeah.
First place Phils.
Because the Red Sox won.
Yeah.
So we
Mets
love
lost.
to see it. Okay, so here we go. Here is what is on deck this evening. It's a Jam Monday, Jamie Apodi Monday. You know that. So she's going to be in the seat, and we're going to talk about all sorts of different things. First things first. We have a ton to get to. Not only do we have to talk about this game tonight, we also have to talk about Jose Alvarado because we have not dived into that suspension yet. And also, Nick Sirianni, it's around for a couple more years, as he should be.
As he should be.
I mean,
what took so long?
Somebody wanted him fired.
I did want him fired this time, or like a little bit later last year. But that was a long time ago, and a Super Bowl has been won since.
Oh, wow. What a difference a year can make, guys.
A good one.
Okay. So, guys, if you would like to weigh in, Jason, do the honors.
215-915-FAN, fox29.com/upload. Your 2 ways to send in a fan cam. Be part of the show. It's going to be a great week. Sports news aplenty. And we'll be right back with Jamie talking about this Rockies game and the Alvarado suspension.
Welcome back into the Fantastic Sports Show. Hey, Jamie.
Hi, guys.
Back for another Monday.
The 3 of us haven't been together in a while.
It's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while. I was in Rome.
This is nice.
And you were off on vacay for a while, and I was off, so it's good to be together.
I was here the entire time.
Yes, you were.
Yeah.
The one constant on the Fantastic Sports Show on a Monday. You got to see this Phils game. It just ended with the Phils winning big as we get teed up. A lot happened. We were watching Schwarber's at-bats, hoping for that elusive 300th home run. But even before that, Phils were down.
Yeah.
And they were not playing a good game.
I was like, man, you guys got to get it together. The Rockies are terrible. What was 8-28 coming in here today?
Cannot
Lost 13 of
lose.
the last 15. Like, you cannot lose to this team. And it was looking really dicey for a hot minute.
Until this happened.
Yeah.
So they have that capability. Fly ball, center field, pretty well hit, carrying out toward the wall. It is gone! 2-run center field home run for Alec Bohm. And the Phillies have taken the lead here in the top of the 8th inning.
And that they never looked back
wheels
from that
came
point.
off after
They
that.
tacked him on
In a good way.
Bomer with the homer.
What do you think of that?
He needed.
It was great. I was I'm gonna credit myself for this because they were losing.
Oh.
And then I turned it on. I was here a little early. I was parked my car outside. I was listening on the radio. The minute I turned it on, he hit that home
Boom.
run. So it was me.
That was a juju.
Yeah, it's cool. And then everybody hits, right?
Yeah, everybody
hits. It just kind of kept on going, and that was good to see.
4-run 8th, I believe. The kind of a small ball, big ball, you name it. 8th and 9th. That's why you play 9 innings. And it does help. Cushion the blow of Alvarado, which we'll talk about later in the show.
Yeah.
But when you don't need the big out in the 8th inning.
Yeah, but Kyle Schwarber also, you have to give him some flowers as well today for home run number 300.
And not only number 300, it was 466
Unreal.
feet.
Like smash.
They're never cheap.
To high
They
head.
are never cheap for him.
No.
Yeah.
But a Schwarber bomb is a Schwarber bomb. This was like, what's bigger than a Schwarber bomb?
An atom bomb.
This one is bigger than a Schwarber bomb.
It's the National League West. Phillies win tonight as Schwarber lifts one to deep right field. It's number 300 off the facing of the upper deck. What a shot by Kyle Schwarber.
I got a little nervous watching that guy go over the railing.
Yeah, I always wonder, like, if that deck wasn't there, like, would the ball still
just
be
kept going?
Yeah.
It was going up at the time.
I know, it was unbelievable.
It was crazy. So what did they name the atom bombs? Fat Man and Little Boy.
Yeah. So is that?
That was that?
That's Fat Man. I'm waiting for Little Boy.
So is Alec Boehm Little Boy then, and on that home run?
No, we'll be getting Little Boy tomorrow.
Nobody wants to be Little Boy.
No, not at all. Well, no, Edmundo Sosa is Little Boy, as a matter of fact.
There you go.
And he had one himself. Why not?
Down the left field line, toward the corner, toward the pole. It is gone! Two-run home run for Sosa. The Phillies have come alive in the last 2 innings.
How different was that home
Everybody
run
eats.
than Schwarber?
No,
You know
right?
what I'm
That's
saying?
a
Like, they're
cheap
just
one.
different kind of
Schwarber
players.
never hits them like that.
No,
you know?
I mean, that one, that's a line drive. He barely got his bat on
Right.
it.
That was Little Boy.
Did you? Did you hear the crowd? Of course, no surprise. Phil's fans traveled to Denver.
I heard the Eagles chants.
Did you really?
I did.
Did
you could
you?
hear them in the background. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Are you
That was the best.
acceptable?
I mean, Super Bowl champs.
If you're
Like,
gonna,
it is what it is, you
if
know
you're
what I
gonna
mean?
travel to Denver to watch your team play,
You can do
say
whatever you
anything
want.
Yeah, and
And they're
especially when
winning.
they start blowing them out like that. Like, if
Yeah,
you
but the
if you want
Eagles
to hit
chant I
with a
heard
little
was right after Bomer's home run, so it was still early on.
Oh.
Everybody
Well,
hits. I think Trey Turner's getting hot. So is Bryce Harper after a kind of a slow start.
He had to shave his head. He
did.
Nick Sirianni.
And it's working. It's working. You're right.
You guys, my 11-year-old wants to shave his head now.
No.
It's becoming a thing. 3 boys in his class did it.
We don't need all that.
No, but I'm just telling you, this is going to become a thing.
Tell him we don't need all that.
Listen,
So who's next?
I love it.
No, I'm looking at you.
Oh, should I do it?
No.
No, I can't. That's all we anchors have is hair. I definitely don't have brains, that's for sure.
He said it.
Yeah, I did, and you did, and you smiled. So listen, these are 3 teams going in different directions. The Dodgers, which was supposed to be the National League favorite, going downhill.
Mm-hmm.
They're losing 7-0 right now. Mets have lost their 4th of the last 5.
Yep. Remember we talked about that earlier.
And here we go. So Phil's, I know. So Phil's are in first place. So, and I think they should sweep this series. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to play the games, but that's what I said about the Pirates, and they did that. So I'll just keep saying it here. You're playing bad teams
maybe you
right
have
now.
to just put it out there, for the juju.
Manifest it.
Yeah,
It'll
you have to
happen.
manifest. But
So
I agree with
if
you.
we power rank the National League, you got to put the Phils up there.
Yeah, which is funny because I feel like, it's always a couple weeks ago it was woe is me again.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's nice to see, and that's what happens in baseball. Things are cyclical.
Yeah.
And hopefully they can ride this wave and keep on riding it.
Yeah, you can't. That's why we were talking about not living and dying between every pitch here in May. Still,
But it's not all flowers, you guys.
no.
What in the
No,
world?
I know.
Let's show you the number. We're going to go to break, and we're going to just actually absolutely tear into Jose Alvarado here. 80 games suspended. 215-915 fan. We do have some fan cams about it. Again, it's not really a good thing here in the long run. But right now, things are looking good for the Phils. So let's just focus on that, I guess.
Our bullpen's already thin. Now it's already thinner, but hopefully we can pull a lot of the younger guys out of the minors, and hopefully it gives them the extra push.
Heading into the postseason, now you're wondering who is going to be the reliever or the closer. Obviously, you see Romano's doing well, so hopefully somebody else can step up.
Some people do steroids, some people win games. So we win games. We don't do steroids. It's nothing. Look at that. We bring a rookie up. What did he do? 9 strikeouts. That's great. Go Phils. It's a great season. It's a great year. Go Phils. Go Phils.
Amazing what a win does to a fan base there.
Yeah.
And of course, he's talking about Mick Abel, who was fantastic yesterday.
Yeah,
who,
and we'll get to him in a little bit.
Helped cushion the blow, of an 80-game suspension for our best reliever in a bullpen that could not afford to lose an arm like his. Testing positive for exogenous testosterone, which is a steroid. It's testosterone. You can't take it. It's a banned substance. The only thing we know about his
Can I?
Well, hang on. The only thing we know about his excuse is he was on some kind of weight loss drug, and it was in that. The Phillies immediately releasing a statement saying that that they accept the punishment, and it is what it is. That's all they really said. And so, Breland, go ahead.
I know that. Okay, I'm disappointed, right? But I'm going to be the person who thinks this is not necessarily as malicious as people think it's out to be, because people are flat out being like, he purposely is doing this to cheat. Alvarado has had a weight problem his entire time here, and to the point where it became like a butt of a joke last season during the postseason, where they remixed a bunch of songs together. Garrett Stubbs and a couple DJs remixed a bunch of songs together, and in between were like little snippets of quotes, and one of them was him saying, "I'm so effing fat," right? So maybe I'm naive, but I feel like it's more of a bozo move that has extremely terrible consequences than him being maliciously out to cheat. And I understand this is like a contract year for him and whatnot, but like I feel like people give a little bit too much credit to athletes who throw a ball for a living, that they're going to be the most intelligent human beings and not make bozo mistakes.
Yeah, but the problem with that is, in this day and age, and when you're being paid millions and millions of dollars, and when you're in a clubhouse where they check everything, you can't take a Sudafed, right? So you gotta check every ingredient. Like and maybe you're right. You could be right, because really, why would he need to cheat if he can already throw 100 miles an hour?
Right.
But why is he throwing 100 miles an hour?
Well, there's the other question. So what came first, the chicken or the egg?
Why does he have a weight problem when he's a professional athlete? It's
a
not
lot
genetics.
of people have weight problems.
It's not. He's a professional athlete. You've got to take
so
better
is Jordan
care of your
Davis.
body. Well, Jordan
And
Davis
he had
plays
a
the
weight
defensive
problem.
line. I mean, that's different.
Yeah, but there's a lot of athletes that have weight problems.
But these days, you have access to the greatest trainers, the greatest nutritionists, the greatest personal chefs. You don't need to be taking anything at all where you don't know what the ingredients are. So I think that's the problem right there.
Well, now he's put his team in a terrible position.
Horrible.
You've got his team having to answer questions about this, and here's a little bit of what they had to say.
Got to turn the page as quick as possible so that we can kind of move on. Without him right now, obviously, that's a big loss for us. In our bullpen, he's one of our top arms down there, and just got to go forward and not really worry about it.
It's tough. Alvy supported me all year, through the ups and downs, so I'm going to do the same with him. But yeah, it's a big hole to fill in the bullpen, and the boys just got to step up.
Well, again, I hate that these guys have to even answer these questions.
Yeah.
I think what is another thing that you don't realize is kids look up to guys like this. Jose Alvarado is just this big presence in the clubhouse.
Yeah.
And kids are disappointed.
Well, that kid who did mimic him in the stands.
My kids came home. Why did he cheat?
Yeah.
And then my 8-year-old said, "Why did Jose Avocado take drugs?" And then I said, "It's not avocado." But still, my point being, it's a shame.
Yeah. Let's go to our go vote. Do you have any sympathy here? Do you think it was an accident? Or did he let us down? 72% say no, he let us down. We have yet to hear a statement. We probably won't.
Yeah, that I think is a problem. He at least needs to address it.
We've had other athletes put out a BS statement. Usually when these things happen, they didn't know, or there was an accident, or
So if you haven't heard anything, do you think that means that this isn't, that you don't buy the weight loss thing?
I don't buy it. No.
That's my point. If it was as simple as a mistake like that, would he have said something about that?
These are not. He's not a bozo. I think he's
so how long
exactly
has he been cheating?
Well, that's the question, and that's why I think the Phillies don't pick up his option, and he may never pitch next year for this team again. What I want to hear from I want total accountability from these statements, but we'll never hear it. I want to hear I cheated. I tried to get away with it. I cheated. I blew it. I put myself before the team, and I put I'm
no
selfish.
one would ever do that because they would never get paid again.
Well,
even a semblance of being paid.
Well, that's the perception. He obviously cost himself millions of dollars with
Absolutely.
this. And the team a chance at maybe a World Series. We'll see. I mean, now Dombrowski's got to go out there and
find somebody. Yeah.
You can't find another Jose Alvarado right now. I don't know who that would be.
You're going to have to pay.
Back to the fan cam.
Alvarado was trying to get in shape and lose some weight and says he didn't know the substance he was taking was illegal. But all he had to do was ask one of his trainers, and he would have told him that it was. So I can't feel sorry for him, but he definitely will be missed with that 80-game suspension.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't necessarily feel sorry for him, but I feel like people were acting like he killed a guy in the middle of the Broad Street, yesterday, and I don't know if it was necessarily that much of malicious intent. You know what I'm saying?
Just cost the team.
Yeah.
The bullpen was already in shambles, and
yeah,
now
he was one of the strong points.
Now who's your top arm, Romano?
No,
in the bullpen?
Thank goodness he's doing better.
Well, thank goodness for Mick Abel. Thank goodness that Andrew Painter's
by the way,
coming.
went back to AAA.
And what's with, I know, is that funny?
That's the
Hey,
nature
way
of
to
the
go, Mick. Back down you go.
Jamie, what do you do with the bull? Do you move a starter into the bull? You have to.
You have
at this
to.
point. So who is it?
Taijuan Walker?
That's what I keep hearing.
I think. I
want to move Christopher Sanchez to the bullpen.
You do?
And I'll tell you why. He can throw 100 if you needed him to. I know I'm not saying he's not a great starting pitcher. I'm saying you have to put somebody out there. And as a left-handed pitcher who throws 100,
yeah, but he's been solid as a starter.
Yeah.
But they have a surplus of starters, so you got to move someone. That's my solution. Ranger Suarez does not throw hard. You need a fireball out of the bullpen. And it's not a long-term solution. It's a short-term solution to fill the void until Dombrowski pulls a rabbit out of his hat. And I don't know who that's going to be. All right. There's a contract extension we need to talk about.
Yeah.
Why did it take so long is my question.
Oh,
well,
that's your question?
Yeah. Why did it take?
Congratulations. That's my.
It should have been right after the parade.
Oh, okay. Well, on that note, there's your fan cam number. There you know what to do with it. We'll be right back.
Congrats to Coach Nick Sirianni. I think it's amazing about his new contract. He truly is a great leader. He not only leads with close relationships, so he's faithful in his relationships with the players.
With Nick Sirianni as the head coach for the Eagles going forward, it will be good as long as the loss of Kellen Moore as offensive coordinator don't affect us.
You ride or die with us. You just fit right in with the team, with the fans, the Philadelphia Eagles, Mr. Laurie, Dom Smolinski, Howie Roseman, everybody. We need you here in Philly because we need another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more Super Bowl champions. Let's go, baby. We
are down the stretch, and you guys are fired up, as you should be, because Nick Sirianni's staying in town for another couple of years. Now, the details of the contract were not disclosed to anyone yet, but it is a multi-year contract, and that keeps him here a couple more years, to the best of our knowledge. He was on his final year of that initial contract that he signed back in 2021 when he was hired. So I love it.
Yeah, how can you not? You just won a Super Bowl. I was just looking at the list of the highest paid coaches as of now before this, and it's, of course, Andy Reid, well-deserved probably. Yeah. The second highest paid coach right now is Sean Payton. And I think Nick Sirianni deserves to make more than Sean Payton.
Him.
No.
Just saying.
I think it should be Reid Sirianni. We don't know what that number is. $25 million for Andy Reid, so it should be $20 million maybe a season.
Yeah, we don't know the details.
We'll
he
see.
could be.
Yeah. And
well, it sounds like he can.
Look at that.
It's amazing. It's remarkable what he did.
And it's remarkable the way he turned it around, right? From
it was a slow start for him.
A dumpster fire to a parade down Broad Street.
I remember that first press conference.
Oh, that was awkward.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
And everyone, all of us that were, I was there and we're all like,
who is this guy?
Everyone had the same reaction.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. I was in Kansas City at the time, and Eric Bieniemy was interviewing for jobs, and I had a pretty great working relationship with him. And I'm looking at him, I'm like,
what is it about this guy? And you know what?
And then we went from there to the
I know you had another candidate out there.
Thing.
The flower.
Yeah. The flower thing.
He's been through a lot.
He has.
You go to a Super Bowl, you lose, then you come back, and then last year not last year, but the year before, the way things ended horribly, and with the loss in Tampa.
Yeah.
He's a great turnaround story. He's like a Rocky.
I think,
right?
Yeah.
I think you know what it is. I feel like he's not even necessarily turning around or altering anything. It's just our perception of things and the way that he rides through things. Because when Nick wears his Kenneth Gainwell football camp shirt, when they're losing, everyone thinks it's tacky and he's a jabroni. I'm everyone, by the way. Like, I'm part of that crew, right? But when he wears it when they're winning and everything else, he's supporting his player. He's a player's coach.
You know what I compare it to a little bit? Like Charlie Manuel. Nobody could stand him.
Mm-hmm.
He spoke funny and he was just, not from
eloquent,
here. And the guy won us over, and it wasn't, but it was the winning. It wasn't just the winning, but he won this town over, and he's a hero. It's similar, I think, to that. A Super Bowl helps.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But I also just think, people needed some time to understand Nick Sirianni as a human being,
NFL coaches, they're all come in all different personalities, shapes, and sizes.
Right.
Dan Campbell, Nick Sirianni,
he is
Andy
younger
Reid.
than most coaches we've had.
Is he just the product of a great roster? Just throwing it out there.
No.
And a great organization, a great ownership, great GM.
That I think is important.
Yes.
But you know what I think is one of the best things that he does is the way he relates to players.
Yeah.
The fact that there's a basketball hoop in the
It's a
auditorium.
buy-in.
It's stuff like that. And that might seem cheesy on the front, but it ended up working. It worked.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what they do this year. I'm ready for the
excited.
season to start.
OTAs is about to begin. I'll be there tomorrow. So, guys, there's the number. There's the upload link. Jamie.
We'll see you
always fun.
next Monday.
Tuesday, maybe.
You're going to switch it up on us? It is Monday.
Oh, it's Monday.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, because it's Memorial Day.
I was thinking of something else.
Don't you dare.
Because Jat doesn't sound as good as Jam.
Welcome back. We're in the end zone. And Jason, how you feeling?
Great. All is well with the Phillies. Best record in the National
OTAs
League.
tomorrow.
Yep. You got.
Eagles will talk.
Yeah.
Around noon.
Oh, that's interesting. Everybody?
No, just it's the start of OTAs. So Sirianni, Hurts, and a couple players.
The big names.
So
That'll
I'll
be
be
great.
there, and I'll let you know how it goes.
Yeah. Should be a good day. Tomorrow,
so.
let's see.
Tuesday.
Phils go for another win. Tomorrow, we'll see you.